हे हंसवाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी अम्ब विमलमति दे। हे हंसवाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी अम्ब विमलमति दे। जग सिर मोर बनाए भारत वह बल विक्रम दे। हे हंसवाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी अम्ब विमलमति दे। साहसशील हृदय में भर दे जीवन त्याग तपोमर कर दे। साहसशील हृदय में भर दे जीवन त्याग तपोमर कर दे। संयम सत्य स्नेह का वर दे स्वाभिमान भर दे। हे हंसवाहिनी ज्ञानदायिनी अम्ब विमलमति दे। लव कुश ध्रुव प्रहलाद बने हम मानवता का त्रास हरे हम। लव कुश ध्रुव प्रहलाद बने हम मानवता का त्रास हरे हम। सीता सावित्री दुर्गा माँ फिर घर घर भर दे। हे हंसवाहिनी अम्ब विमलमति दे। अम्ब विमलमति दे।
Thank you. Please be seated. Please rise for the university anthem.
विश्वामित्र के तट पे देखो शहर सयाजी नगरी है। माँ शारदा का मंदिर है। नवरचना यूनिवर्सिटी है। बनना है जो बन जाओ तुम बात हमें बतलाती है। शिक्षण से ही स्वतंत्रता है पाठ यही पढ़वाती है। नव नव रचना करते यहाँ पर छात्र और छात्राएं हैं। शिक्षण की खुशबू फैलाती नवनिर्मित शाखाएं हैं। प्रयोग से प्रेरित शिक्षा पर यहाँ जोर दिया जाता है। NUV का छात्र दशों दिशाओं में पर फैलाता है। निष्ठा तप और धैर्य यहाँ के शिक्षण की पहचाने हैं। शिक्षा और संशोधन से जो उन्नत राष्ट्र बनाते हैं। नवरचना नवरचना यूनिवर्सिटी। नवरचना नवरचना यूनिवर्सिटी। नवरचना नवरचना यूनिवर्सिटी। हमारी नवरचना नवरचना यूनिवर्सिटी।
You please be seated. I now invite Dr. Nilay Yagnik, Provost, Navrashtra University, to address the audience.
Good evening, respected Mr. President, respected Chairperson, members of the Board of Governors, Board of Management, Registrar, dear faculty colleagues, my dear staff, colleagues, students, welcome to the 9th annual convocation of Navrachna University. We have with us as the chief guest today a very eminent personality who has shown how engineering, conventional engineering, what was earlier known as mechanical or electrical or computer science, conventional engineering can very much be revived in a new form. Unfortunately, he could not come today because of a family emergency, but he has very kindly sent his message, which will be played very soon. Congratulations to all of you, my dear students, 650 of you who are graduating today. You are collaborations, we have several memorandum of understanding with all of them, such as one of the most prestigious schools of engineering in the United States, called the Thomas J. Watson School of Engineering of the State University of New York at Binghamton. We have a collaboration with the Mellon Ennett Zuckerman College of Public Health at the University of Arizona. We have a formal collaboration with the North Dakota State University for the School of Architecture, which is also going on fairly well. The university has signed several memorandum of understanding with industry as well, in the fields of science, in the fields of engineering, in the fields of management. We've also tied up with several industry associations, such as the Confederation of Indian Industry. Enclosed below are some of the highlights of the various schools, the 5 schools and the 5 centers of Navrachna University. The School of Engineering and Technology. A country like India must capitalize on the strength that it has in engineering. Make in India is also the focus of the government. One of the strengths of Navrachna University, right for the past several years, has actually been in its engineering school and engineering programs. However, major changes are happening in the field of engineering, both in India and abroad. Renewable energy, automation, increased integration of computing sciences with the core engineering has become the order of the day. And our School of Engineering has consciously made this a focus area. A major revamp of the curriculum to include project-based learning has now been done. Several MOUs with the industry have also been tied to give our students exposure to the industry. Some of these are, for example, Siemens Limited, the Composite Excellence Center of Asia, ZS Numerics Pune, and Zion Engineering. The School of Engineering conducted several funded workshops funded by the Gujarat Council of Science and Technology in areas such as renewable energy, composite materials, automation tools, etc. Short-term training programs were conducted in cutting-edge areas like molecular gas dynamics, jointly with IIT Kanpur, scientific computing, advances in civil engineering, etc. Several research projects funded by government and prestigious government organizations like the Department of Atomic Energy, the Defense Research Development Organization, the Department of Science and Technology are currently in progress and are at various stages. We have backed a consultancy project as well. Consulting and research ultimately are done by faculty and students ultimately it helps in the classroom teaching. Because when you do some consulting, you get exposure to industry, and that translates to all of you. We've done a very interesting project virtually in the lockdown period on designing of a 3D mixer. Funded project, funded consulting. Two patents have been filed. These are in the areas of heat pipes with composite structures and also optical behavior of chiral materials. Several student chapters and clubs have been opened, including the Google Developers Club, the Mozilla Club, the ACM Student Chapter. Major infrastructure upgrades have happened, including setting up of an advanced manufacturing lab with robotics, a robotic arm, a CNC machine, a 3D printer, a high-performance computer with 512 cores. This is very rare to find in this part of India. The School of Business and Law. This is the second largest school of our university in terms of student strength. The school has signed an MOU with CII Young Indians to collaborate with the industry. Consulting project was completed by one of our faculty in the field of supply chain management for a very large and a leading manufacturing organization. Despite the lockdown, nearly 200 students of the School of Business and Law were placed virtually in several online internships. The law program, in collaboration with the Gujarat National Law University, is also making very good progress with a national faculty level seminar. For the first time, we won a project, a funded project from the government of Gujarat for intellectual property. The School of Environment Design and Architecture, several innovations have been pioneered. Areas and multiple organizations around the world, such as the Polytechnic University of Marseille in Italy, the Mellon Enid Zuckerman of College of Public Health at the University of Arizona, the Albert Einstein Institute of Medicine, New York, Mount Sinai Hospital, New York, CoSara Diagnostics in the United States, the Community Science Center, Vadodara, Gujarat Life Sciences, and the Catalysis Society of India. The School of Science continued to innovate in curriculum, and lab work is extremely important, but in the lockdown, physical lab work was not possible, so they tied up with a Harvard alumni company called Lab Exchange to offer virtual labs to the students. Several publications were made by faculty and students of the School of Science in world-class journals such as Springer Nature, Elsevier, the American Chemical Society Journal, the Royal Society of Chemistry Journal, Taylor and Francis Journal. 3 research projects by the Department of Science and Technology and the Science and Engineering Research Board are currently in various stages of completion. In addition, 18 projects have been applied for, and it's a culture of ongoing projects. The School of Liberal Studies and Education. The focus of this school has been to re-look at the curriculum in the new era. The B.Ed program organized a very interesting discussion on artificial intelligence in education. Similarly, the social work program held a national conference on emerging trends in social work. And the journalism program held a media studies and a media research conference, international, in nature. Published by the Center for Education and Innovation. The first is a compilation of the Vichar Vimarsh Idea Fest papers, and the second is a transcreation of the poems of Gitanjali by Tagore. The center has also launched 2 new things which I would urge all of you to view and listen and see and contribute. One is a blog, an education blog where you can blog on various aspects of education. And the second is podcast series. And the podcast series has already come out. You will soon see a link attached to it. The Center for Environment Research and Innovation. This center has tied up with the Center for Environment Education and a project of the Tide Turners Challenge regarding plastic pollution and how to minimize plastic pollution was done by our students. 2 teams won the first prize over there in that competition. The Center for Heritage Research has done several new projects. One is, of course, the study and documentation of the works of very famous, well-known architect Laurie Baker in Vadodara, highlighting the various architectural innovations of the buildings. A study and documentation of the narrow gauge railway of the erstwhile Baroda state was also done. A very innovative project of geotagging of banyan trees, the Vad trees of Vadodara, was also done, and a public exhibition to spread awareness of heritage and to spread awareness of what we are doing at Navrachna University to protect our heritage was also organized. The Center for Public Health organized a very interesting conference, international conference on public health and trends. Nearly 400 delegates attended the conference virtually with 100 papers presented. 15 speakers were from various countries of the world. The Center for Professional Education conducted several training programs. Self-learning programs have been launched. You will soon see it coming up. So many, nearly 100 webinars were conducted during the lockdown period by world-renowned people, both nationally and internationally. These are available on the Navrachna portal, and we will soon be making small self-learning modules for you to view, and for our alumni to view, and for the public also to view. We conducted 10 training programs virtually, which included jointly with organizations like GELRAD of the USA. We did for a company called Solvay. We've done for several corporates, and currently we have an executive program in management for a very large company, Finolex, currently going on at Navrachna University in the evenings. Other major achievements of our university. Our COGE and interdisciplinary projects are also going on extremely well and are streamlined. We have collaborated with the Atapi Foundation for such projects. 5 SSIP projects have been funded, which include 2 from science, 2 in mechanical engineering, 1 in management. The university has produced 4 PhDs in this academic year. 3 of them are in the School of Liberal Studies and Education, and 1 is from the School of Business and Law. Over and above this, 3 of our faculty from different schools have also completed their PhD and were awarded PhD from other universities. Several Alumni Connect activities were conducted, and in fact, I would urge you, all of you, to view a very interesting alumni portal that has been launched, and all of you, after this convocation, you will be alumni. You must register on that alumni portal and interact, connect, discuss with the university and amongst yourselves. The university celebrated Librarians Day, in which we had an excellent talk on measuring the research output and how do you gain research visibility. The library also launched the NUV Gyan portal. We took a decision to apply for the NAC accreditation, and I'm happy to inform all of you that we are making very good progress. The idea was sowed in 2019, but in 20, because of the lockdown, we had to go slow on that, but we have again revived in full earnest, and hopefully by the first quarter of next year, we will be applying for this particular accreditation from NAC. For the first time, we have launched the National Cadet Corps, and you all saw the wonderful cadets over here, a very smart group of youngsters, young students from all disciplines of our university who have participated in this. Today we have 60 candidates, 60 NCC cadets in the, so today we've launched the Army Wing only. We will soon go for the Air Wing as well. For the first time, Navrachna University organized a doctoral colloquium. This was done online, and several doctoral scholars from around India presented their research papers and got them vetted with experts who are giving them feedback. We have invested, the university has invested in a learning management system, and faculty and students have been trained on its usage. Some of the achievements of our students are also very noteworthy, and I'd like to highlight that right now. Architecture, Kairavi Gandhi from the final year B ARC was placed in the top 6 nationally in the prestigious Charles Correa Foundation Design Thesis Competition. In the field of law, Mahin Daboiwala and Anandya Bhan and Tejas Patel won the first prize in the National Moot Court Competition held by MSU. Ayushi Khandelwal and Shivani Kiniwadi won the first prize in the National Counseling Competition. And Ayushi Khandelwal won the first prize in the National Judgment Writing Competition. In science, Neil Patel from the final year Biomedical Sciences was selected by the Albert Einstein Institute of Medicine, New York, one of the most prestigious institutes for research in this field. He will be going there for a 6-month dissertation, research dissertation. Rajeev Shethe of the final year Biomedical Sciences has been selected by one of the world's most prestigious hospitals, the Mount Sinai Hospital in New York, also for a 6-month research dissertation. The following students have been selected by the very prestigious Homi Bhabha Center for Science Education of the TIFR. Karuna Varghese, the second year BSc Chemistry, and Hiral Rathore, second year BSc Chemistry. Pranav Pillai and Devika Panikar of the first year Biomedical Sciences. All these 4 students have been selected for a very prestigious TIFR Homi Bhabha Science Camp and a science project internship. And I also would like to highlight that these 4 students of Navrachana University are the only ones to have been selected from the whole of Gujarat for this camp. Our students have excelled in sports as well. In badminton, Sparsh Agarwal of BBA second year won the gold medal in the Junior Asian Games held in Dubai. Akshat Shah of Mechanical Engineering final year won the silver medal in the National Mixed Martial Arts Competition. Before I conclude, I wish to place on record our deep sense of appreciation to our former registrar, Mr. Rajesh Talati, and our former deputy registrar, Mr. Viral Vaishnav, who stayed with us, who worked with us for so many years, and have seen this university grow and participated in its growth, both through thick and thin. We are very thankful to them. I also take this opportunity to welcome our new registrar, Dr. Sandeep Vasant, Dr. Jigar Shah, the head of our journalism program, Dr. Ashish Jani, the head of our computer science program, and Professor Pratyush Shankar, Dean of the School of Environment Design Architecture. In the forthcoming year, the university will continue to strive towards strengthening all the initiatives we've taken so far, keeping in mind our core philosophy of being innovative, of being interdisciplinary, and working with a social conscience in everything we do for the betterment of our nation and humankind. Thank you. Jai Hind. Congratulations to all of you. We will now hear the virtual address of our chief guest.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite Shri Rahul Amin, President, Navrachna University, to address the gathering.
A very good evening to our distinguished members of the Board of Governors and Board of Management. Provost Dr. Nilay Yagnik, Registrar Dr. Sandeep Vasant, Deans, Program Chairs, faculty, staff, and most importantly, my dear students. A hearty welcome to all of you joining us online and present here to the 9th convocation of Navrachna University, Vadodara. I am glad to see all of you in person. I sincerely hope the virus does not trouble us much henceforth. This evening, I am truly pleased to see before me these bright young Navaracharites graduating with pride from Navrachna University. As President of the University and Chairman of Board of Governors, I am full of hope for the future that is in your hands. The tradition and reputation of the Navrachna name, which stands for quality education, appears to be upheld well by this young university, keeping our 56-year legacy alive and taken forward. My hearty congratulations to all graduating students, their parents, and the entire university team on this achievement, and I especially felicitate the distinguished recipients of the university gold medals for excellent performance in curricular activities. I am also glad that this year there are 4 more students who have earned their doctoral degrees in addition to the 4 awarded last year. That is the true test of a university that has matured and is going ahead on the right path. The COVID-19 pandemic has created a huge disruption of education systems, affecting nearly 1.6 billion learners across the globe. Closures of offline spaces in universities have impacted 94% of the world's student population. While many universities were struggling with managing teaching in the new normal, Navrachna University proactively worked towards the challenge, and teaching was done online right from day 1 of the nationwide lockdown. Amongst the many notable achievements of the past year, I would like to highlight that under the Gujarat State Institutional Rating Framework, Navrachna University received a 3-star rating overall, and our School of Science and School of Environmental Design and School of Business and Law each received a 4-star rating. Our university also also signed several international MOUs during these challenging times, and substantial academic exchange is being carried out with the University of Arizona, North Dakota State University, and Binghamton University, New York. Our chief guest this evening, Mr. Rajeev Chaba, is unfortunately not able to join us today due to medical emergency. However, we have the benefit of his address. Mr. Chaba is an amazing individual who has done India proud on several international fora in the automotive sector. As the President and Managing Director of NG Motor India, he has driven the iconic MG brand in a startup-like setting which has revolutionized the industry in a significant way. Amongst the several path-making initiatives led by Mr. Chaba, the high proportion of women in the MG Motor workforce and the deep, meaningful connect with the local community deserve special mention. MG Motor's title sponsorship of Vadodara Marathon, even before the commencement of manufacturing operations at the Halol plant, speak of Mr. Chaba's vision and commitment to the community development beyond corporate profits. Over the course of his career, Mr. Chaba has held various senior positions within the top global automotive brands such as Chevrolet, Cadillac, Opel, and Buick across multiple international markets. His illustrious career is marked by several awards and recognitions, including Automotive Man of the Year by AutoCare Professional 2019, Editor's Choice Award 2020 by CSR Times, Top 100 Marketing Leaders, and Distinguished Alumni Award from his alma mater, IIM Bangalore. He is a regular speaker at various industry fora and business schools. I am certain that our young graduates will benefit immensely from what he has to say. Dear students, today is a momentous occasion and a major milestone in your life. India is a country of young persons, and all of you are a part of that aspiring, hopeful, wanting to surge ahead generation. I fondly wish that you work to dovetail these aspirations to your ambitions and contribute meaningfully to the rebuilding of our society, where much needs still to be done. Learning continues even after graduation. I would advise you to look forward every day to augmenting your skill sets and building newer capabilities. You will need them to address the ever-changing challenges, especially the days of the pandemic when nothing seems to be going as you had imagined it would. Let me therefore end with this quote from another builder of vehicles, the great Henry Ford. When everything seems to be against you, remember that the aeroplane takes off against the wind, not with it. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for gracing us with your words and presence. In recognition of academic achievements of its students, awards and medals are given for academic excellence during the convocation ceremony. They are given each year for the graduating student who achieves the highest academic standing in his or her graduate degree program. May I now request Srimati Tejal Amin, Chairperson, and Ms. Kamini Jaiswal, Member, Board of Governors, to give away the gold medal. Please come. We begin with Shiny Jose from the Bachelor of Education program to receive the Srimati Savita Ben Amin Award for Scholastic Performance. I now invite Shivani Agrawal from the Master of Social Work program to receive the Professor Anil Navle Award for Scholastic Performance. Next, we have Shantanu Notyal from Bachelor of Journalism and Mass Communication program to receive the Navrachna University Award for Scholastic Performance. I thank Ms. Kamini Jaiswal for doing the honors. Thank you very much, ma'am. May I now invite Mr. Samir Khera, Member, Board of Governors, to join Srimati Tejal Amin to give away the gold medals. May I call upon Lalit Singh from the Master of Science Chemistry program to receive the Navrachna University Award for Scholastic Performance. I would like to invite Elizabeth ma'am to receive the Navrachna University Award for Scholastic Performance on behalf of Nihar Purohit, Master of Science, Life Sciences. Coming up next is Sakshi Tolani from the Bachelor of Science program to receive the Shri Raj Mitra Bhailal Bhai Amin Award for Scholastic Performance. May I now invite Nina Sonawala from Bachelor of Architecture program to receive the Sona Tiles Award for Scholastic Performance. Following her is Pavni Joshi from Bachelor of Architecture program to receive the Sona Tiles Award for Scholastic Performance. Thank you very much, Mr. Samir Khera, for doing the honors. May I now request Mr. Mayur Thakkar, Member of Board of Management, to join Chairperson Madam. Joining us now is Soumya Babaria from the Bachelors of Design program to receive the Preeti Jadeja Award for Scholastic Performance. May I now call upon Ayushi Khandelwal from the integrated program of Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Law to receive the Justice Pradeep Majmudar Award for Scholastic Performance. Next, we have Hiranya Patel from the Master of Business Administration program to receive the Shri Vajubhai Patel Award for Scholastic Performance. I would like to invite Aditya Talekar from Bachelor of Business Administration to receive the Jyoti Limited Award for Scholastic Performance. Thank you very much, sir, for doing the honors. Thank you. May I request Mr. Pradeep Sinha, Member of Board of Management, to join Chairperson Madam. May I invite Megha Srivastav from the Bachelor of Business Administration program to receive the Transpec Silox Award for All-Rounded Student of the Year. Coming up next is Maitri Desai from Bachelor of Technology in Civil Engineering program to receive the Shri Raj Mitra Bhailal Bhai Amin Award for Scholastic Performance. I now invite Mohit Desai from the Bachelor of Technology in Electrical Engineering program to receive the Bhavisha Desai Award for Scholastic Performance. Now I would like to call upon Dharmesh Sutar from the Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering program to receive the Bhavisha Desai Award for Scholastic Performance. Now, I like to call upon Vishakha Lomas from the Bachelor of Computer Application program to receive the Dr. Nanubhai Amin Award for Scholastic Performance. Finally, we have Chitranshi Narayan from the Bachelor of Computer Science Engineering to receive the Navrachna University Award. In her absence, Mr. Yogesh Chaudhary, Head Computer Science Engineering, will be receiving the gold medal on her behalf. Thank you very much for doing the honors. Thank you very much, madam. The graduates have chosen their paths in life and some are doing it right now. It is an opportune time to listen to words of experience and sharing of thoughts. We are very fortunate to have with us as chief guest Shri Rajeev Chaba, President and Managing Director, MG Motor India, who will be joining us virtually. I request our Provost, Dr. Nilay Yagnik, to please introduce our chief guest.
Mr. Rajeev Chaba is the President and Managing Director of MG Motors, the India unit of the iconic Morris Garage British brand. He has over 3 decades of industry experience, and Mr. Chaba was instrumental in driving the MG brand in the country in a startup-like setting. In his role at MG Motors, Mr. Chaba has nurtured a strong organization-wide focus on technology, gender diversity, and community service as differentiators. Over the course of his career, Mr. Chaba has held several senior positions with top global automotive multinational brands. Mr. Chaba is an MBA from IIM Bangalore. Prior to joining MG Motors, Mr. Chaba was the global COO at Vanguard Logistics in Los Angeles, and he has bagged several awards and recognitions in his illustrious career. We are indeed very honored to have with us Mr. Rajeev Chaba, and though look at the commitment, and this is something which all of us, faculty, staff, students should know, he has a family medical emergency today. He was in the hospital when we spoke to him, but still he sent his message, a recorded message, and we are so grateful to Mr. Rajeev Chaba, the chief guest of our function today. And we will soon listen to his virtual address. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that nice introduction. Very good evening to all of you. Honorary guests on the dais, and dear guests, students, faculty. It's an honor to be talking to you today on this special occasion. I'm really humbled with your invitation to be able to talk to you today. To start with, I really apologize, sincerely apologize that I'm not able to come there today in person. I really personally apologize to Mrs. Tejal Amin, whom I promised that I would be there. But there are certain things which are not in your control, and this factor adds to the uncertainty of this world today. That due to some issues, family issues, actually medical family issues, I had to drop out of this session in person. But thanks to technology, I'm here talking to you, and hopefully I can make it up for you sometime later, and I can visit university. By the way, I've been to the university earlier, but on this occasion, probably it was different. So once again, I'm really, really sorry that I'm not able to come there today to see what exactly is important for you, for especially those students who are graduating today at this stage. But before I start talking, I must say that I will use a remark which was used by President Bush in one of such convocations, and I'll say his remark, quote, he said, "I congratulate to all of those students today who have really got good grades, good marks, and they are in the top quartile of the class. They have done it very well, good job, and keep it up. And for those students, who are not able to get good marks due to whatever reasons, still you can become president of USA," because his grades were unquote. So I hope you get the point that life is not all about the grades. Life is much more than the grades, and President Bush made this remark in jest to encourage those students who did not get good marks due to whatever reasons. So, just to start, I'll just give a small summary of my career, and because based on my experience, I'm going to share my lessons, which I want to present it to all of you today. So I was born in Lucknow. I was born in Kanpur, sorry, brought up in Lucknow, did my engineering in Gorakhpur. And then I joined NTPC, which is a public limited company. And in NTPC, I did my training in interiors of Tamil Nadu, in Neyveli. And then I came and joined back again NTPC plant in Renukut. I had 3 years of work ex. Then I did my MBA from IIM Bangalore. From there, I joined Eicher Tractors in Faridabad. And then I went out and I joined Toyota in Middle East. Worked there for a few years, came back, and I became the first employee in sales and marketing to join General Motors in India. And then within General Motors, I grew up. I became head of sales service marketing. Then they sent me to Japan. I came back as chief operating officer of MG India. I became CEO of MG India. And in 2007, I was transferred to Egypt in GM. So I was head for GM Egypt. Then I grew up to become in charge for whole North Africa for GM. Then I was transferred to China. And I was in China as head of sales service marketing. China was the #1 market for GM. I was there for 2 years and then I left GM. So I spent 19 years in GM. Then I quit GM. And then I joined a private equity company based out of London. And it's a man capital company. It's a family-owned private equity company. So I was in London for some time, though I was operating from Gurgaon because my family was in Gurgaon. And they made me in charge for an asset for a big company, a logistics company in LA, in USA. So I was managing the business from Gurgaon, India, but I used to travel every month to London and to LA and to all parts of the world. And then I joined MG. So MG for me was a startup because I was hired to start business in India. I was alone for almost 1 year with another colleague of mine who was taking care of policy and stuff like that. So I was alone for almost a year. And then we purchased this GM plant in Baroda, in Halol. And then we built this whole brand. And now we have got the plant, we have got a good team, we have got good dealers, and we have launched 4 products. So this, in short, is my journey. I studied in Hindi medium school till 10th. I couldn't speak English. And when I started my 11th, or in some areas they call it high school, when I started 11th, that was the first time that I started reading English textbooks, those subjects in English. So it was pretty tough. So I remember that even in my engineering days, I struggled. I used to listen to BBC and read Economic Times and some other English newspaper just to get used to the language, and also wanted to know the accent. And my job later on in GM took me to all parts of the globe. GM, as you know, is an American company, so I've been to America hundreds of times. And then I lived in China, I lived in Japan, I lived in Egypt. And GM had purchased a company, you may know, Daewoo company in Korea. So I was in Korea for many times. And actually the first car which was launched by GM in India was Opel Astra. So Opel is German. So I used to go to Germany a number of times. And because of my private equity company, I was going to London. And then they made me in charge for some time, managing director for the logistics company for Europe. So I used to go to Belgium. Why I'm dropping all these countries' names is to tell you there are lots of things common among the global citizens. So based on all that experience, I'm going to tell you 5 things which I feel, or 5 things or 5 lessons which I think I have learned, and they have made me whatever I am today, and I feel they are important. First thing I would say, it's global among all citizens. And when you are working in those kind of diverse environments, the name of countries I just mentioned, or even within India, whether you are in a private sector, public sector, government job, school, college, it's in your business or whatever, some characteristics are important for you to be successful. And it is mutual respect and trust between people. And that cannot happen if you're not humble. So this humbleness, mutual respect and trust is the bedrock of your personality. And that's, I think, very important if you want to achieve anything in life, in whatever you want to do. And that has helped me a lot. And I'll give you some small examples. Like for trust, it's not that you tell people that, hey, you trust me. For trust, you need to be trustworthy. Means people should be able to trust you based on your deeds, based on your actions, based on your commitments, based on your words, based on your body language and everything else. So I think that is very, very important. And just to give you some example, as an example, if I go to a new country, when I went to a new country, as an example, Japan or in Egypt, where even the language was a big issue. And the people used to bring lots of documents for you to sign. And because you are the boss, there are lots of signatures you need to do. So my style always was that if they are on my first day, they are bringing some documents for me to sign, I will sign the document and keep it with me. And then call the guys and say, hey, listen, I've signed it. Now you explain to me what exactly I'm signing and explain me the whole thing. So then I will question and I will find the answers, but I will give him or her the comfort that, listen, I believe you. Okay. I know that this is important and I need to approve it to keep going forward. And I've signed it here, but you explain me now, what exactly is this? So this is this is just one example that I started trying to earn that kind of a trust. And obviously when you are at senior job, it's given that you are good in your subject. But the respect you earn, not because of chair, the respect you earn because of your deeds and because this kind of personality. So this is one. Second, I would say is that you need to be part of the solution. You need to have a problem-solving mind. There will always be all kinds of situations, all kinds of things, all kinds of problems where sometimes you may feel that you don't know what to do. And most of the time we get depressed, we feel bad, we feel victimized of the situation. And we just say, hey, God, help us. So I think if something goes wrong, you have the full right to cry for one day, depending on how bad the situation is or how bad the issue is. You can cry for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. If really it's a very tragic situation, maybe for a few weeks and few months, you can feel bad, depending on the severity of the situation. But then one fine day, you have to say, enough. What am I doing to solve? What am I doing to come out of it? What actions you are taking to solve the problem? You cannot keep crying. You cannot keep feeling victimized. You cannot keep thinking, ye meri kismat kharab hai. You cannot do that. And if you just want to keep doing that, you will get into a circle of depression. And even if not depression, let's say you may get into a circle where probably it's difficult for you to come out, and it's not good for your own mental health, your physical health, as well as for your growth. So every problem, they say, has got solution. Always there are alternatives. And actually, if there is no solution, then there is no problem. So it's a philosophical thing, right? If there is no solution, it means that's not a problem. You can't do anything about it, which is not in your control. So second point, again, I'll summarize. I'll say it's what actions you are doing to come out of that situation. Ask that question always and try to solve the problem. The third thing, I'll say is for any situation and for your own evolution, if you have to keep growing up, there are certain things which is called hard work, perseverance, and sincerity. There is nothing called shortcut to success. Nobody, if you see at high position anywhere in the companies, in startup world, politics, teaching, nobody has reached the top situation or top level without the hard work. You may not know it, you may not know the story, you may not know the background, and you may feel कि उसकी किस्मत अच्छी है, or the person is easygoing but still he gets everything, so इसकी destiny है. But that's not true. In fact, destiny also, you know, in our Indian system, especially in our culture, we say, ये तो लिखा हुआ है. You know, like sometimes like your parents tell you, ये तो लिखा हुआ है, ऐसा ही होगा. What I feel very strongly is, हाँ लिखा हुआ शायद है, but उसको achieve करने के लिए, you have to do certain things. You have to take actions. So maybe there's a door of destiny. Maybe it's लिखा हुआ है, provided you take some action, provided you move. And also you do then hard work and then you persevere. One of the examples I want to give it to you, my personal example. So when I was in Dubai, in Toyota, and I learned that, no, that's not the place for me, Middle East at that point of time in my life. And I wanted to come back to India. And I wanted to apply in some different companies. So from Dubai, I applied to some companies. And I mailed my resume or biodata to consultants and companies, total 100 numbers. So 100 to 100 companies and consultants I applied from Dubai. And by the way, listen, okay, I was MBA from IIM Bangalore and everything was good on my resume. What kind of response I got from there? I was in Dubai and I was applying in India. Zero. I didn't get a single response from India. So then I came back to India. I came to India on vacation. And then I went, this is 94, 95. And then I went around, met some guys, and then I got first job, then another job. So I got 4 offers in 1 month. And GM was, salary-wise was the lowest. But I joined GM. And by the way, GM factory was in Halol, Baroda, same. So I started coming to Baroda since 1994, 95. So, you know, so it was all that I kept applying, and then I met, so something happened. So again, that perseverance probably, here's the thing. And hard work is whatever you do, you need to engage yourself fully in that job. Whether it's job or your startup idea, your entrepreneurial idea, you're joining your family business, whatever, you need to be at it. The fourth thing I'll say is that you need to take initiative. You need to do something different. You need to take your risk. You need to take your chance. Otherwise, beyond a point, you will not see material growth. You know, you will grow. Still, things will improve. But you need to take your chances. You need to do something different. You need to take initiatives. You know, if you keep doing same thing,
Jarna Nath, Libby Thomas, Didi Patel, Pradima Talwa, Rachana Akolkar, Harendra Rao, Ramya Acharya, Rensi Rechi, Rohi Saba, Shiny Jones, Shivani Jha, Shivani Karkar, Shruti Mary, Twinkle Makwana, Shivani Shukla, and Kamya. Congratulations. Coming to Bachelor of Journalism and Communication, Meera Erna, Shandanu Notia, Raj Dave, Ishida Mistry, Nandini Nandasana, and Muskan Sharma. Warija Shah. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors. Now we move to the School of Science. I now invite Dr. Sandeep Patil, Program Chair, Chemistry, School of Science, to present graduates for the award of degree.
Good evening, everyone. The proud recipients of Masters of Science Chemistry, Devanshu Pathak, Jisha Varghese, Khushbu Patel, Kirti Meena, Lalit Singh, Rutva Bhatt, Shreyas Kadam. Congratulations to the graduates.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Elizabeth Robin, Program Chair, School of Science, to present graduates for the award of degree.
Good evening. I'm proud to announce the names of MSc Life Science graduates. Amir Makli, Astha Jadhav, Dhruvi Patel, Jahavi Desai, Narmada Bhaskar, Shivani Ali, Shruti Vaidya, Trushang Bhatt, Zainab Sauranwala, Shifa Siddiqui. Congratulations to all the students.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I call upon Dr. Darshi Bakshi, Program Chair, School of Science, to present graduates for the award of degree.
Presenting to you the graduates of Bachelor of Science, Mohammad Uvesh Attarwala, Nishi Patel, Himali Ray, Neha Gaikwad, Swati Kushwaha, Prashangi Karelia, Krunal Mahajan, Ashna Belim, Dhruvisha Dave, Akanksha Bhatt, Molly Rana, Saloni Patel, Dhruvi Desai, Alia Moha, Sakshi Tolani, Gloria Christian, Rajashri Roy, Mohammad Mia Attarwala, Visha Patel, Vraj Patel, Nakia Taj Khan, Achal Patel, Nidhi Thanki, Deep Patel, Sneha Sharma, Rajvi Bekaria, Janvi Parmar, Heenal Soni, Rahib Khokar, Nadira Khan, Pragati Veerwal, Urvashi Srivastava, Vismaya Nambiar, Bhargavi Shukla, Harshendra Sharma, Khushbu Sheikh, Karina Agwan, Nishi Mota, Priyanshi Patel, and Rihil Wag. Congratulations to all the awardees.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for doing the honors. Thank you. We are happy to announce that the video of our chief guest will resume. As the saying goes, good things do take time. So let's continue with the conferment of degrees. We now move to the School of Environmental Design and Architecture. I invite Professor Pratyush Shankar, Dean, School of Environmental Design and Architecture, to present graduate for the award of degrees.
Thank you. Edward Pope. Good evening, everyone. Students graduating from Bachelor of Architecture from SEDA are as follows: Ankita Gupta, Anushri Patel, Deepan Thakkar, Hiren Sachania, Nishat Shrimali, Rati Kanetkar, Agnish Bhargal, Achal Prajapati, Aman Srivastav, Archie Shah, Bhavin Munchpara, Devansh Patel, Harsh Parmar, Himakshi Lohar, Heenal Palan, Thia Rawal, Ritik Thumar, Jay Mewada, Jaisal Sutreja, Kairavi Gandhi, Kaveri Sheth, Madhvi Patel, Megha Rathod, Neelam Chelani, Nina Sonawala, Neerav Jogia, Niyati Shah, Pavni Joshi, Prachita Rijwani, Pranjali Ambekar, Purvish Thakkar, Radhika Patel, Riya Sharma, Shion John, Purjaben Parmar, and Varan Shah. Congratulations to the graduating batch of architecture. We move on to the next program, students graduating from Bachelor of Design in Interior, starting with Nafisa Sadabarwala, Soumya Babaria, Drashti Bhavsar, Nidhi Mehta, Riya Patel, Soumya Agrawal, Khush Patel, Khyati Rathore, Kaushika, Saloni Desai, Anushka Jadhav, Peenal Parsana, Shuchi Contractor, Kemi Kadiwar, Darsh Sagdecha, Kripa Ramani, Dhara Thakkar, Tanvi Thakre, Mariam Said, Saloni Shah, Saloni Srivastav, Viraj Patel, Hiral Amin, Priya Mistry, Manvi Mehta, Yash Pitroda, Jill Shah, Hinal Bangera, Kineri Sabjani, Richa Chhatbar, Devanshi Desai, and Mansi Pundlik. Congratulations to the graduating batch. We move on to the last program, student graduating with Bachelor of Design in Landscape, starting with Niteshi Desai, Anagha Patwardhan, Tanvi Patel, Vinoli Patel, Pareen Khambatia, and Ashna Modi. Congratulations to everyone. Do well and Godspeed.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for doing the honors. Thank you, ma'am. Now,
Thank you very much for that nice
I would like to
introduction.
invite Dr.
Very good
Hitesh
evening to all of you,
Associate Dean and Head of School of
honorary
Business
guest on the
and Law, to
dais,
present graduates for the award
and
ceremony.
dear guests, students, faculty. It's an honor to be talking to you today on this special occasion. I'm really humbled with your invitation to be able to talk to you today. To start with, I really apologize, sincerely apologize.
Dhwani Shah, Himangini Makwana, Heta Shah, Hiranya Patel, Isha Purohit, Jatika Chhabra, Dil Shah, Jinal Parmar, Karamraj Singh Wala, Angel Verma, Mahima Vitchal, Margi Patel, Mohammad Uwed Sheikh, Neil Chakkar, Nikhilesh Swan, Nirali Mehta, Nishi Dhruva, Farsi Contractor, Riddhi Yagnik, Romit Patel, Shashank Galuka, Shivani Prajapat, Shreya Patel, Tasneem Adenwala, Vaidehi Ashar, Varsha Nishad, Vitika Noval, Rusha Bakshi, Hardik Acharya and Tapan Shah. The graduating batch for BBA program, Jinal Patel, Dhruv Shah, Amal John, Yashvi Oza, Anushka Koliwad, Cheryl Dias, Shanvi Chaturvedi, Shrina Shah, Kea Shah, Tanvi Patel, Zeel Parmar, Karman Mehta, Priyam Rajguru, Mansi Bhakta, Janmijay Shukla, Pranshu Patel, Shruti Guna, Meenal Patel, Ali Akbar Badliwala, Ali Akbar Vora, Mushraf Malik, Harsh Zala, Palak Shrivastava, Manal Jain, Alice Kapadia, Rutvik Maheshwari, Jai Soratia, Aruz Khan, Rishita Dave, Mitika Kushwa, Meghdut Mana, Kushi Patel, Kushti Shah, Nikhil Singh, Ridhiba Zala, Adrija Mukherjee, Nishant Dhuda, Yash Mandviwala, Megha Srivastav, Sharda Patel, Falguni, Alice Dennis, Vinit Shah, Saurabh Nagdev, Shivangi Parmar, Simran Tiwari, Vaibhav Goswami, Leonard Joy, Vishwa Kapoor, Paul Patel, Pratmesh, Janvi Chaturvedi, Shri Shah, Vandan Rana, Prutha Patel, Shruti Sharma, Irafat Syed, Aditya Talekar, Kushal Vaya, Dhruv Patel, Kesha Nahar, Kushi Shah, Hetvi Gandhi, Preeti Chavan, Kashish Shah, and Muskan Jain. The graduating batch for BBA LLB integrated program, Mukti Mistri, Isha Mainpara, Dhruti Pradhan, Raj Waghela, Ayushi Khandelwal. Congratulations to all.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I invite Dr. Amrish Badgujar, Head of the School of Engineering and Technology, to present graduates for the awarded degree.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all present. To begin with Master's Program, M.Tech in Power System Engineering, Amit Pandya, Manish Pandya, M.Tech Structural Engineering, Virat Desai, Vivek Patel, M.Tech in Thermal Engineering, Ishan Shinde, Umang Patel. To begin with undergraduate programs, B.Tech Civil Engineering, Drone Unithan, Darshan Patel, Maitri Desai, Rahul Galatra, Sumit Pankhania, Nikhil Rokad, Parth Kakani, Shreyas Parmar, Swapnil Barod, Jabir Sameja, Shubham Jadhav, Deep Shah. B.Tech Electrical Engineering Program, Rohan Patel, Vaishnavi Patel, Kinjal Thakur, Kundan Kumar, Misha Jariwala, Drumi Bhuvir, Dhruvi Bhuvir, Mohit Desai, Atit Rana, Akshay Gorania, Abhipsha Panigrahi, Dharmik Patel, Ajwalia Pawan, Deepak Mishra, Devang Parmar. B.Tech Mechanical Engineering, Ashray Mehta, Rivan Jadhav, Anand Parmar, Devan Shah, Nisarg Desai, Aditya Iyer, Parthiv Patel, Yash Patel, Aman Prajapati, Bhavik Dave, Dharmesh Suthar, Soham Bhatt, Shiv Desai, Himanshu Yadav, Akshit Mehta, Majurdya Das, Harsh Purohit, Devendra Singh Chauhan, Sagar Solanki, Akshar Patel, Sagar Waghela. Congratulations on well-deserved success.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Professor Ashish Jani, Head of Computer Science Engineering, Information Technology, Bachelors of Computer Applications and Data Science programs in the School of Engineering and Technology, to present the graduates for the awarded degree.
Thank you. Good evening to all. Let's begin with BCA program. Vrunda Gandhi. Vishaka Dumas. Vrunda Gandhi, Vishaka Lumas, Hers Patel, Ritika Korde, Shri Patel, Manav Patel, Astha Oza, Satyaraj, Deep Patel, Gaurang Parmar, Khushi Patel, Diya Brahmbhat, Rinki Shivani, Yash Barodia, and Kushbu Rochwani. Now we move on to BTech Computer Science and Engineering. Diksha Sharma, Ramit Parik, Tirth Khadrani, Jinesh Kansara, Ashutosh Jani, Sup Utekar, Rushant Patel, Nishant Thakkar, DBS Mehta, Palak Mehta, Prithvi Patel, Mithul Shivam Vyas, Mohit Chawla, Dhruvil Sheth, Hirva Jadhav, Sagar Parmar, Arth Verma, Jinal Soni, Natasha Mannani, Pandya Drumil, and Ashish Solanki. Thank you. Congratulations to all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now we finally resume with the video of our chief guest. Having received the degrees, it is now time for the oath ceremony. I request Srimati Tejalamin to administer the oath.
May I request all the graduating students to please stand up for the oath. I hereby pledge to uphold the values and rich academic traditions of Navratna University, embedded in quality, honesty, integrity, and hold high the spirit of innovation and professionalism to the best of my ability and judgment. In exercising my professional duties, I will uphold trust, moral values, and service to humanity. I promise to walk the righteous path of truth and serve and strive to better my community through good citizenship, leadership, and service to the nation. God bless you all.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request President Navrachna University, Shri Rahul Amin, to declare the convocation closed.
By the power vested upon me by the Board of Governors, I now declare the Convocation 2021 closed.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Sandeep Vasant, Registrar, Navrachna University, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, dignitaries on and off the dais, faculty, staff, and graduating students. It is indeed a privilege for me to propose a word of thanks on the occasion of the 9th convocation of Navrachna University. And I thank all of you for gracing this occasion. I would like to acknowledge our gratitude to the chief guest of the ceremony, Shri Rajeev Chaba, for accepting our invite for the ceremony and sharing thought-provoking insight with his extensive corporate experience. It was unfortunate that he couldn't join, but we could hear him virtually. I also thank Shri Rahul Bhai Amin, President, Srimati Tejalben Amin, Chairperson, Professor Nilay Yagnik, Provost, members of the Board of Governors and Board of Management of Navrachna University for their constant guidance and gracing this ceremony. To the students who are graduating today, it stands for a milestone, directing them further toward their chosen paths in life. Hearty congratulations to all of you for this achievement. To the proud parents of the graduating students, many congratulations to you as well. To the faculty and staff of Navrachna University, it was a significant landmark in the journey that commenced in the year 2009 with its inception. Over the years, we have been fortunate to be backed by a team of variety of dedicated faculty and staff who have nurtured an environment of excellence. I take this opportunity to thank all the faculty and staff members for their untiring efforts for this event. Our sincere thanks to press and media for attending this event. You play an important role in disseminating the proceedings to a wider audience. An event of this magnitude requires meticulous planning and collective efforts. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for the role played by our existing volunteer students in the ceremony today. I thank you all for your active participation and showing the best team efforts to make this event a grand success. At the end, I am reminded of the memorable lines given by our respected former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I do not use the word late because he is still alive in our hearts. From his book Turning Points, the ignited mind is the most powerful resource on the earth, above the earth, and under the earth. So students, keep the fire burning in you, in your journey ahead. Thank you all once again. You have been a lovely audience and this is a memorable evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Esteemed audience, a formal closure for the convocation will be with the National Anthem. I request you all to please rise for the same.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Now, the procession will depart in the following order. Registrar, Provost, President, Member of Board of Governors, Board of Management, Chairperson, Deans and Associate Deans, Faculty and Graduates. We thank one and all for being a part of this ceremony and invite you all for the refreshments in the amphitheatre. Wish you all a great evening ahead. Thank you so much.